Well, you remember at the beginning of the show, I said something about our final item. Panel, our final item is, and I mean this in every sense of the word, literally a work of art. Now, as you might know, castings are made from original sculpture, and a certain number of castings are authorized by the artist himself, his estate, or those people designated as legal protectors of his work. Now, each casting is signed and numbered, and eventually the mold is destroyed so that only a limited number may exist. Now, what you are about to see right now is a casting of one of the most important and famous pieces of sculpture in the world. Watch over there to your left. Don Pardo, tell us about our final item going up for bids.
Rodin's Thinker. The original Thinker in this size was created by Rodin in 1899 as a study for the larger one, which was shown in 1904. There are only 12 in existence of this almost 30-inch high bronze casting issued by the Rodin Museum in Paris. This is number 5 of the series of 12, signed and numbered, and there will probably not be another casting for another 100 years. This prized possession, the Thinker by Rodin, in bronze, standing almost 30 inches high, will be yours if the price is right. Price Authority, Nordness Gallery, New York.
Mr. Freeman, we're going to ask you to open the bidding with a bid of at least $5,000. You may open higher if you'd like.
$5,200.
Minimums are $100, $5,200 to Mrs. Huggins.
$55.
Mr. Reynolds,
$6,000.
even 6, Mrs. Wiltsey.
$68.
$68 to Mr. Freeman, who's at $52.
$7,000.
$7,000, Mrs. Huggins.
$8,000.
$8,000, Mr. Reynolds.
$10,000.
A raise of $2,000, up to $10,000, Mrs. Wiltsey.
Bill, that's fabulous.
It is that, and famous.
$12,000.
$12,000, Mr. Freeman. You are $7,000.
$13,000.
A raise of a full $1,000 to Mrs. Huggins, who's at 8. Minimums are $100, I remind you.
What is the high bid, Bill?
$13,000.
$13,100.
$13,100 as we get a little cautious, Mr. Reynolds.
$13,500.
$13,500, Mrs. Wiltsey.
$13,800.
Mr. Freeman, $13,800.
$13,900.
$13,900, and we're back to our champion.
$14,000.
Even $14,000, Mr. Reynolds.
$15,000.
Raise of $1,000 again, Mrs. Wiltsey.
Bill, $15,500.
$15,500 to Mr. Freeman.
$15,600.
$15,600 to Mrs. Huggins, who's at an even $14,000.
$15,700.
Mr. Reynolds is $15,000.
$16,000.
Mrs. Wiltsey is $15,500.
$16,800.
Mr. Freeman is $15,600. Top is $16,800.
$16,900.
$16,900, Mrs. Huggins. You're $15,700.
$17,000.
$17,000, Mr. Reynolds. You're $16,000.
$17,200.
$17,200, Mrs. Wiltsey.
$18,000, Bill.
Around $18,000, and that buzzer means finals. Mr. Freeman, you are $16,900. Top is $18,000. This is your last bid.
18,100. Yours was 18,100. 18,200.
Mrs. Huggins is 17. Top is 18,200. Your last bid.
Freeze.
Mr. Reynolds is 17,200. Top is 18,002. Your last bid.
I'm paralyzed. $26,000.
Mrs. Wiltsey is 18,000. Top is 26,000. Last bid of the game. $26,100. Okay, you go really the only way you could in that. You were sort of in a pocket. Here are our bids, $17,000. Then it gets a little higher. $26,000. $26,001. Mrs. Wiltsey is high, $18,002. There is Rodin's Thinker. Look closely while I get in the envelope and think. The actual retail price of the Thinker by Rodin, $20,000. Mr. Freeman, it belongs to you. Pass settle off. I'll have the final scores and the name of the big winners, if you didn't know, as soon as the tabulation is